show Bologan's a red card to me. I think he can't do that. If that is the case, I don't know when to take the phone call as FIFA president and say, look, you're not supposed to come home. Let us come back and come and continue playing, because every country president will be calling you. So I think yes, one of the games coming from that's Donald Trump, but it's FIFA, it's football. We're playing in America, so everything is possible. Live on Fiila 89.3. My name is Kumsi Mati. Call me Tonaldo. High Tech Sports on Fiila 89.3 on Facebook. Fiila FM 89.3 on Facebook. TikTok 89.3. Fiila FM on TikTok. Go there, follow and subscribe. Anytime we post, you can also follow us. Matches coming up this evening at that is 7 p.m. Here that's Portugal. My team to win the World Cup against Spain. Someone is telling me that this is El Clasico between us, Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. So Spain is the Barcelona and then Madrid is Portugal. Let's see how things in Mexico are at home, because they sat home at that is the famous stadium where that's England beat them by 3-2, and they have already exited from that is a round of 16. So England have qualified to that is a quarterfinals in that is the FIFA World Cup 2026. That is surprisingly Argentina will be playing that is Egypt, another African that is a nation, come tomorrow, and we're hoping that Egypt will do us an honor, eliminate Argentina for us, so that we Egypt will also qualify to that is the quarterfinals, as Morocco have qualified to the quarterfinals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup after beating Canada host nation by 3-0. Remember that is they will be taking on France on the 9th Thursday of July 2026. So let's take note of that particular game. So we are also hoping that come tomorrow Egypt will also do as an honor by beating Argentina and qualify to the next stage of the competition. So that as you stand now, England is waiting the game between that is Switzerland versus Colombia. Who qualifies? Who comes in? That's a medium. So between Colombia and Switzerland will be that is also be waiting between that is Argentina and Egypt. But Norway, after sending Brazil home, and their coach is making a lot of that he is not going anywhere. Neymar have that is actually retired from that is international duty. So that is Norway takes on England in that is a quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup. So that is what is happening there. Now to Real Madrid are preparing that is that's a watering deal that could be worth 220 million pounds euros. That's 188 million pounds for that's Bayern Munich and French mid forward Michael Olise, whereas that is Tottenham are exploring that's a move for AC Milan in Portugal forward Rafael that's Leo 27 who is open that's to a switch to London. That's Brandy that's Bacola, a future at Paris Saint-Germain remains that's unclear, with that is Arsenal and Liverpool in that is a frame that's to sign that is a French forward 23 years of age. Newcastle have identified German and Stuttgart midfielder that's Stella 25 as the ideal candidate as to strengthen their midfield. Manchester United have that's the other side on Paraguay, and that is son that's Lorenzo, goalkeeper that's Orlando Gil 26 years of age. Liverpool and Netherlands forward that's Cody Gakpo 27, and Man City Brazil winger Savino 22 are on Tottenham that's a wish list for summer target. Tottenham are really signing big this season, where that is a transport and Ivory Coast that's midfielder Christian that's Oleo 20 years of age is being that's tracked by Juventus that's Fiorentina, Brentford, Brighton, and that's RB Leipzig. Tottenham defender that is Draxen is the said as to join Fiorentina that's on that is an initial loan with that obligation to buy the Romania that's in as a deal with that's 1.4 million pounds if met the Hull City that's one that's to sign Napoli, and Serbia goalkeeper that's Savic 29 as they prepare for their Premier League return. Sporting in Portugal defender that's Gonzalo Ignatius 24 has become as one of AC Milan's that's top target that's to bolster their defense that's for next season. Chelsea and England defender that's Chalobah 26 would prefer that's to move that's to Inter Milan in the summer. West Ham are eyeing a move for Sheffield United that's midfielder that's a Park that's and that's a Blake's left back Harrison, that's Browns, could also be that's a target for the Hammers. That's a Debbie Canty are in advanced talks to sign Man City a striker, Devin, that's that's Mbama on loan, whereas RB, that's QPR, that's goalkeeper Joe, that's Wales, is said as for a loan move. That's a League One side, Wigan Athletic. Now to some news making around here in Ghana. Yenchi joined as a top club in Europe this summer. Nigerian football director says so. He deserves to join a top club. That's as well as Kim La, named 27 provisional man squad. That's women's squad. For that is the Black Queens. The Black Queen head coach, that's Kim La, has another 27. That's a players a provisional squad as Ghana step up preparation for the women 2026 Africa of a Nation in Morocco. Hey, everything is in Morocco. The squad combined as experienced international with that's emerging talent as a Sweden as trainer that begins that's final phase of preparation for the continental tournament. Captain Portia Boachi headlines that is a squad alongside that's established names including Grace as Asantewa, Alice Kusi, that's Evelyn Bodu, as Jennifer Kujo, that's Charlie Boy, Prince, that's Princess, that's Marfo, that's Stella Nyame, and that's Prince La Adobia. So these are notable names in the Black Queens setup. That is Kim La has that also that's retained that is a number of that's standout performance that's from that is Malta Guineas Women Premier League with that is Cynthia, that's Cologne, that's as well as Samatex from Samatex ladies, that's Osman, that's Huzema of that is Joanna, that's ladies, and that is Zakaria of Ampemdakwa ladies that's earning a place in the professional squad. The Black Queens that are expected to begin camping in the coming days as preparation that's intensified ahead of the tournament in Morocco. Ghana has been that is drawn in Group D and will that is open its campaign against Cape Verde that's on July 29 before that is taking on Cameroon on August that's 2nd. That is the Black Queens will conclude the group stage that's against Mali that's on August 6, 2026. That's all three group that's matches will be played as at that is a Richard the stadium in Casablanca as Ghana aimed to secure place that's in the knockout stage and challenge that's for continental that's on as the Women African Cup of Nations also that's offers us teams the opportunity that's to strengthen their bid that's for qualify for the 2027 that's a FIFA Women that's a World Cup. Adding that's a further significant that's to Ghana's campaign in that is Morocco. So that is it for you there. Kim La have named that is 27 players for Black Queens. Cynthia Osman Huzema, that's Benedicta, Simon Joseph Bonsu, Josephine Bonsu, that's Portia Boachi, Suzanne Ama, yes, Dua, Abida, that's Anoma Opoku, Grace Asantewa, that's Linda Owusu. So these are some of the names. Evelyn Budua, that's Princess Marfo, that's Alice Kusi, that's Sharon Simpson, that's and the Black Princess coach daughter, that's Sharon Simpson, is being called up. Zakaria also being called up to the Black Queens. Afi Amiyaku, that's Godfrey's player, that's Comfort Yeboah, that's Anastasia, that's Achan, that's Ernestina, that's Adombila, that's Abambila, and Alex Tae, Lucy, Louisa, that's Aniwa, that's Jennifer Kujo, that's Wasima, that's Muhammad, that's Wasima Muhammad, that's Charlotte Boy, and then Prinsla Adobia, that's Stella Nyame, Doris Bodua, and Abigail Kim. So these are the players being called up by Ghana under Ghana, that's Black Queens team. That's Black 2026 Blatter. That's a slum fever over Moroccan decision. It's a Blatter. Okay, I've been FIFA president before. So the former FIFA president Sepp Blatter that has launched as an attack on World Football Governing Body after it controversially that suspended as United that's of America that's foreign Bologan. That's one match ban clearing him that's to play on Monday to play Monday World Cup. That's round of 16. That's clash against that's Belgium. In X, that's an X post on X. Blatter questioned as the integrity of that is a decision and warned as a football risk that's becoming as a playground for that's political power. Red card that's are not that's overturned by that's a political phone calls. That's better that's written. They are that's overturned by rules, evidence, and that's independent bodies. That's if the US president intervened with that FIFA president, that's a player that's suddenly that's cleared that's before that's a World Cup knockout, that's a match. The question is that's that's avoidable. Football must never become as a playground for that's political power. The 25-year-old 25 was shown as a straight red card that's in the 64th minute that's of US that's 2-0 that's a round of 32, a victory over that's Bosnia and Herzegovina after his foot that's landed that's under the ankle of that of defender that's Tariq under that's FIFA that's FIFA rules. That's under FIFA's rules, that's the automatic sanction is that's a 1 match suspension, a punishment that that's been that's served by every other player shown a red card that's at this World Cup. Now there's a bias, but on Sunday there's a FIFA that's announced that the ban that's the ban would be suspended for that's a probatory that's a period of 1 year, citing that's Article 27 of it that is a discipline code. That is the decision marked that is a FIFA time since that's 1962 that's a red card shown during the World Cup period that has not resulted in an immediate suspension. Trump intervention. Multiple reports indicate that US President Donald Trump has personally called FIFA President Gianni Infantino to request that's a review of the red card. A source that's told that's reporters that Trump spoke with Infantino on Wednesday. That is the same day there's a red card that was given. According to there's a multiple report, Trump that's telephoned that's Infantino 3 times, urging him that's to reconsider Logan suspension. Trump later celebrated the decision on that is a Truth Social. There's a written as thank you that's to FIFA for doing what was right and reversing is a great injustice. UEFA and that's a Belgium reaction. UEFA that's issued as a strong that's worded as a statement that's on Monday that's accusing FIFA of that's a crossing that's a red line and describing the decision as that's unprecedented, that's incompetent, that's incomprehensible, and that's unjustifiable. When there's a certainty of rules is not longer guaranteed by it that is guardians, the integrity of the game is at stake and the credibility of the competition that is undermined. As UEFA says, that's a Royal Belgium Football Association that's said it that is astonished by FIFA edition and has as a law an appeal that's with us a FIFA that's appealers committee as a Belgium a head coach that's Rudy Garcia also criticized this decision that describing it as unprecedented in the world that's a cup history. Blatter history with Infantino that's Blatter who that's led as FIFA from 1998 that's to 2015 before being banned that's over corruption allegation that has frequently criticized as his successor Infantino in that's February. He told us a German newspaper Blind that FIFA has become that's a dictatorship. His latest intervention added significant weight that's to growing that's accusation that political interference has thus compromised the integrity of the World Cup. And I asked my people in the studios here that whether this World Cup have been compromised by this political intervention. To me, I think it is a wrong thing. It's a no-no to me. As a president pick a phone and call you, reverse this, and you are doing it. Then every country also has a president. But Nazir tell me that some people are stronger. So if they eliminate US today, Donald Trump called FIFA president and said, look, we are not going home, we are still playing till the finals. Will that happen? Eric, it's a red card issue, and it's becoming very disappointing that a president of a country can pick a phone and call a FIFA president and say, look, overturn. To me, I don't want to believe that it happened, but per reports, that is what is happening. Donald Trump called FIFA president and asked for a red card to be overturned, and it has been done. So I don't tell you if US is being eliminated on penalties, would they disagree and say no, we still want to play to the finals?
Tola,
let's say a very big good evening to our church listeners. As for politics, it has become part of us.
Okay.
Sports now is politics. It wasn't like then, and now politics has become part of the game. We cannot take it out. Donald Trump, we know how huge he is and how commanding he can be. So there is no way that Trump will call Infantino and ask. Though they actually sent a message to FIFA that they should review the red card because it wasn't that clear that it should be a red card. But I think what has made it to become a problem is now the involvement of the president, that is Donald Trump. But I think it's part of the game that if a card is issued and you are not in support of the card, there's something you can't do. And I think USA, they did that. The only difference now is that why is Donald Trump part of this decision? But I don't know. He's a president, and he'll be happy if his country win the World Cup. And Bobno is a very key player to the team. And then if he gets such a red card, it would affect the team, and they need him in this moment. So Trump getting involved, I don't see there's nothing wrong with it. Now, politics has become part of the game.
Okay. So then every country should at least
there's nothing wrong. If when we had the issue against Canada, I think the president, the foreign affairs minister, they were all involved. It's the game though, but they were involved. They could have also said this is politics, this is sports, and it isn't politics. But we were there. The foreign minister, the president were all there to see to it that I think the justice should be done. And I think the red card, I would say it wasn't a red card, but that is a referee. So you as a team or the nation, you have something to do.
But there was a VAR there instantly. You have reversed that.
There has been a lot of injustice in the game that the VAR have ignored. You see, and if you don't take action, it go like that. But they have decided that he's a key player. They need him in their next match. If it would get the president to get involved for them to overturn that red card, it has to be done. And then the president was involved and it has overturned. It shouldn't just be as if it is the president alone that did it or that made a phone call and it was like it's a must that they have to revoke that red card from the player. No, the USA nation. You should have
leave that in the hands of the USFA president, but he himself getting involved.
So now, our key player was Thomas Partey, and we saw this when he wasn't going to the, Canada. We were all sad. Why? Because he was an instrumental player to us. Why? Because we know what Thomas Partey can offer to the Black Stars of Ghana. So he took the foreign minister, he took the president to intervene. Though he didn't succeed, doesn't mean they didn't also do their best. If it had gone through, would we say why was foreign minister part of these things? Because in football they had nothing to do.
He's a foreign minister. He's supposed to be part.
President. They need him. So if it would take even all the presidents for Donald Trump to convince all the presidents for them to support him so that they can revoke that red card, I think that was the right thing. It doesn't have any. There is nothing wrong with that. The president getting involved in this. So now,
is it undermining? Is it not at least the integrity of the game is being undermined? That's what
it's not undermined. And I don't see it like that. Was it a red card? That is what the referee said.
Yes.
Is there a way out? Yes.
And
that is the way out. So now we've seen Europe after red card we say Real Madrid is going to appeal, Barcelona are going for appeal. It happens. Sometimes they go and they appeal and they get it right. Sometimes they go and they
But this is the World Cup. It's an instant justice.
So now it is football. World Cup is also a different trophy they are playing. And there's still an appealing. You can appeal for a decision. You write to the FIFA and tell him these are the reasons they should review the situation. And they do it. If it's a red card, they would say no, it's a red card. But after reviewing, if they see that it wasn't a red card, then they can overturn it, and that is what they've done. So now let's take it as if Donald Trump didn't get involved and then was overturned. It wouldn't have been news.
Okay.
The only thing would have said is that his red card is overturned because after reviewing and then appealing, it is overturned. But now, what is making it news now is that the president himself got involved in the case, and that is what is headlining the world. That's why would the president of USA get involved in football matters, because football and politics. But we should have it in mind that now football politics has become one. We cannot take even from scratch here, from our Premier League and all those things. It is there.
Okay.
We see every day heavy towers and then the politicians and all those things. We know it. So this shouldn't be an issue. Though his if it is 80% of them overturning the red card and Trump is adding, I think it will only boost them for FIFA to see, because they are playing the tournament there. It's also a key thing.
Okay.
So the influence of the president is part. But if it was a red card, I think FIFA would have said, oh, it's a red card, let's leave it like that. But as of now, they need a player. If it was any other player, I didn't think they would have even gone ahead to do this. But they need the player to be part of this round. That is why the president got involved. And I don't see any problem with that.
All right. I don't see any problem. Let me go to Nazif and let's talk about the Carlos Queiroz. Departs as Black Stars head coach as a result of a clause in his contract. Rather, that's done an expected decision by the Ghana Football Association, the Portuguese, who was appointed in April. That's on a short-term, a 4-month contract designed that's to cover the Ghana's preparation for participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. His initial deal that's due to expire in August. However, the agreement contained a performance-based extension clause that could only comes into effect if the Black Stars reach the quarterfinals of the tournament. Although Carlos was guided as a Ghana beyond as a group stage, the Black Stars World Cup journey ended as in a run of 32 after that is a 1-0 as defeat to Colombia in Kansas City. The results meant Ghana has fell short of that is a contractual target that's required us to trigger that's an extension. The 73-year-old leaves after 5 matches in charge, including as an international friendly that's against Wales. That's before that the tournament is overall that is record stand at that's 1 win, 2 draw and 2 defeat, as with Ghana scoring that's 3 goals and that's conceding 4 goals. Under Carlos, that is the Black Stars opening the others World Cup campaign. There was a victory over Panama before that's ending as a goalless draw against Germany and a narrow defeat to Croatia. That's ended as a final group games. Still saw as Ghana qualifying for a knockout stage as one of the best third place as a teams as before that their campaign came to an end against Colombia. Following his departure, Carlos Queiroz thanks Ghana Football Association, the players and supporters in a farewell message describing it as that is an honor to serve the country. Nazif, he is gone. He's no more the Black Stars coach again. What is your thought? We're supposed to call him back, extend his contract, or is enough? Look for another person. Currently, we are looking at Heavy Renard is jobless. He doesn't have a job. Should we go in for him or call back Carlos Queiroz and say, my brother, come and continue for us?
Yes, sir. Tuna, for me, before the announcement of Carlos Queiroz being the coach of Black Stars, for me, I've made it clear on this noble platform that for me, my dream coach to coach the Black Stars is, Javier Renard.
Okay.
Without a doubt, this is a coach who has seen it all when it comes to the African continent. This is a coach who has achieved a lot when it comes to the African continent. So, you need, and he knows the terrain as well. He has worked with the Black Stars before as a fitness coach. So you could see that this is a coach that when he comes in, he will get everyone on board and make sure that things will be moving smoothly. And the most important thing is the results after you get the work. And for me, that is where I want us to take a look at what Carlos Queiroz has been able to do. For me, I think that he hasn't been bad as the coach of the Black Stars, just as we made mention of. If you take a look at the 5 games he has played as the coach, or he has been on the touchline for the Black Stars. He has drew to 1-1 and lost 2. So it tells you that this is a coach that's, I mean, he isn't bad, because if you take a look at the time frame he had before playing all these matches or all these games, it tells you that this is a coach that brings in a lot to be able to gain those results that, I mean, we was able to get. And Tona, one thing that we can also not take away with is what he has been able to bring into this particular team. In fact, before this World Cup, I mean, I've come across a lot of, I mean, ranting, a lot of, I mean, opinions about the performance of the Black Stars into this year's World Cup. And I mean, some of them I side with some of the opinions, some of them I totally disagree and all that. If you take a look at the coach, I mean, the coaching perspective, if you take a look at our team, how our team was set up, I mean, one thing you can't run away from when you have to take a look at this particular World Cup is that you have to be compact. I mean, that is how you even play tournament. Tournament is how compact you are. For you to be able to win tournaments, you have to be compact, very, very compact. And clearly, that is one thing that Carlos Queiroz was able to bring into this particular Black Stars. And Tona, without a doubt, nobody, I mean, nobody in this country believed that Black Stars would go into the World Cup and go and do whatever they did in the World Cup. Yes, they were not able to supersede the run of 32, but even in the group stage, there were a lot of critics who were saying that, I mean, it is going to be hard for us to be even able to pick a point or to be able to even win a game in those particular games. And clearly, if you take a look at the games in which we played, even the first game against Panama, you could clearly see that it was a very hard fought win that we had. And fast forward, I mean, for me, one of our best performance in the particular, in this year's particular tournament or in this year's particular World Cup is the game against England. And even that one too, we were not able to score, but we were able to keep the shape in which we were not able to concede. So all of this, I mean, you give the credit to Carlos Queiroz, because without a doubt he brought in the stability for us to go to a World Cup where we lost almost all our key players, especially at the back line, where we lost Juku, where we lost the likes of Salisu, who have been the kingpins of the back line for the Black Stars. But in this particular tournament, they were not part of the team, and he was able to, give the young ones, I mean, the likes of Jerome Opoku, the likes of Ajeti, he was able to give them the nod and trust in them for them to be able to give us the needed results or the needed performance. So we give him the credit for that. But without a doubt as well, Tona, you cannot also take away how bad our attack was in the year. I mean, in the World Cup. I heard a lot of people running a commentary about how bad, I mean, some of the players. In fact, for me, I've always said this, and I've always defended my stance on Jordan Ayew, where a lot of people do have issues with him and his performance. One of the things that we highlighted was how bad he was in the World Cup, which personally I don't agree to that, because I have my reservations on the team's performance. In fact, if you take a look at the team's performance in the World Cup, Tona, how many shots on target did the team in general have? How many shots on targets did in fact, how many goals did we score in general?
One.
2 goals. One against Panama and one against Croatia.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So we were able to score only 2 goals in the tournament. How many shots did we have before we get in the 2 goals? Even in the game against Panama that we score 1 goal or 1-0, how many shots on target? Clearly, with the way the coach set up his team, it is going to be very difficult for our attackers to get numbers, especially with the kind of midfielders we are having. I mean, I was watching some of the games with you. How many times haven't we run? You see, the issue of Jordan Ayew, I mean, I accept each and everybody's opinion, but the fact still remains that the midfield that we took to the World Cup, without that, it was genuinely midfielders that we are going, that we are going to the World Cup to make sure that we stay compact. Because one thing that we, if you know the skill set of Zibo, if you know the skill set of Elijah, these are players or these are midfielders that doesn't contribute a lot when it comes to the attack. And we all know the situation of Thomas Partey at this moment. You understand me? So how many forward passes or whatsoever, Jordan has to drop down to be able to contribute in the game. And what he was contributing to the team, it's not just about striking or shooting to the net. No. So let's put that one aside. But for the performance of the coach, with that he has installed a lot of confidence in Ghanaians, and he has installed a lot of confidence in some of the players.
89.3 FM.
So how many of us had the belief in him that he'll be able to give us this performance? We never knew he's very as good as what he is. Yes, we have seen his club football performance, but when it comes to the national team, this is the first time he had the nod, he had the confidence to be the leader at the back, and he was able to perform to his
This is 89.3 FM.
Very good performance from the coach and the team as well. Now the question of whether we should call him back for him to come back and all those things. I mean, the time that was given to him to work wasn't even up yet.
Okay.
But he has decided to leave the job. It tells you that there are a lot of things that he's expecting. Whether he will get it or not, he has also taken his decision. Now, when you are going in there, in fact, when you are to take a look at the business side of stories, this is the best thing he can do.
Okay.
Why? Because now at this moment, when you are going in there to bring him back, you are going in there with a fresh ideas or fresh negotiations. I don't know whether he used your job or he came in there, used the job to what? To rebrand himself or to position himself to a state that when you are coming in, you will not be talking about the figures in which you started with.
Okay.
Because he has went there, performed, and you have know what he's capable of doing. So for me, I think that what the GFA has to do, or what the handlers of the Black Stars has to do, is to take a look at the possibilities on the table. If Javier Renard is there and they think that he can come in there, or they have what it takes to bring him to come and do the job. If only, for me, if you ask me, if only we get Javier Renard, I don't think we should go back for Carlos Cruz. But if we are not getting Javier Renard and he's, willing, and we can meet his targets, I think that he's one of the best we can get, because based on the performance he has been able to give the Black Stars, it means that he just needs some 1 or 2 changes or some 1 or 2 inclusions, especially in the midfield, for us to get the team going. So for me, that is my side of story.
Okay, that is your side of story. So I'm hoping that producer will be thinking that we're going to bring back Darius Otuado to come and qualify us to AFCON, and then we'll Sapamo go for the Abba. Okay, producer said you want to say something. Quick, producer, what do you have to say? But to me, I think Carlos Cruz should continue his work with the Blast. I should come back.
Najib, I've seen what
he posted.
Have you seen what he has posted? Carlos. So if you read the second paragraph,
okay,
you will see that the man means something.
Read the read for me.
I think this is the second paragraph.
Yeah, I'm coming here.
I live this journey with pride.
Okay.
In what we achieved, but also with the healthy dissatisfaction, right? Of
healthy dissatisfaction.
Yes.
Okay.
With those who always wanted more. Reaching a higher level should never be the destination. It should be the beginning of even greater ambitions.
This is first paragraph.
Okay, so
the first one is introduction. So look at the second paragraph. He said, okay, the future of the Black Stars will not be built on the pitch.
Okay.
Black Stars success must start off the field by creating the best possible environment to prepare, protect, and develop Ghana's extraordinary football talent. This one,
the sports we should call him in action.
This one, you never understand it. But you understand it.
Okay.
You will never understand it, but you have to understand it. See, what he's saying here.
Read again.
The future of the Black Stars will not be built on the pitch.
Okay.
Black Stars success must start off the field by creating the best possible environment to prepare, protect, and develop Ghana's extraordinary football talent.
Okay.
You see what
he's saying?
For me, my interpretation is
okay.
We still have a lot to go.
Very long way to go.
It's not about calling up to come and play on the field.
Okay.
We still have some things to do before we go onto the field.
There's news coming up that there was indiscipline at the camp of the Black Stars. Someone like Thomas Asante, when they give him a day to go and rest, the guy will go and party and come the next morning.
I mean, I don't know what that producer has done though.
Yeah, he's done.
You go.
After that, me and you, this studio, you finish.
Why do you think you're live on radio? See, you're live on radio trusting somebody.
Continue.
You can call the police.
No, they're listening to us. They're listening to us. They're listening to us.
Somebody has threatened.
Yes, live on radio.
Yes, live on radio.
Yes.
In fact, if you check the history of Fiila FM, this is the
First time having a straight, yes, live on radio.
I see you.
It's recorded.
If you take a look at the statement,
Yes.
for me, I think this has been one of the things we have almost all the time talked about when it comes to the Black Stars, how we normally do our things.
Okay.
Making sure that we put things at the right place. In fact,
This is
without doubt, you can also
89.3
place
FM.
that the discipline in which we saw at the camp this time around, it is because of Carlos Queiroz being the coach or the head of the technical team. That's
Okay.
why we see this kind of discipline. You see the issue or the story about Thomas Asante going to
So that's why he didn't play again.
So you see, Tona, for me, I don't even see that to be indiscipline, because at least you have given the player a day off. So whatever the player
There's a time for you to come back.
no, I'm saying that whatever the player choose to do, I'm coming.
Coach don't have a problem with it. You going to party, come back 11 p.m. You come 1 a.m.
So that is where I have problems.
Yes.
If he is not being able to manage his time, that is where the problem
Yes,
is.
uh-huh.
And I don't have problem. And I'm very happy that the coach was able to handle it in a way that it was, I mean, after the tournament that we are getting.
Yes, yes.
And again, that is why, I mean, just as you said, he was not able to play most of the games, right? Yes, so for me, I'm cool with that. And if you take a look at the statement here, I think that it is only telling us that there are a lot of things that should happen before we come onto the pitch. And we all know this, unless those who doesn't understand the game of football anymore.
Okay.
If you understand the game of football, you
This
should know that
is
there's a lot that we,
89.3
for the first
FM.
time, so now you have watched some of the videos and all.
Yeah.
For us to have, I mean, a place where the players randomly they will come in there, see physios for them to get treatment before. We normally do not have this. And if you quite remember, before even this, I think last 2 weeks or so, I made it clear that yes, there are a lot of people calling for what Carlos Queiroz to be the coach or to
Continue.
But I made it clear that for me, I'm not looking at Carlos Queiroz being the only person to be announced. But all the technical men or all the staff that are in the camp at that moment
Should continue. Yeah.
Why? Because they all put in a lot of effort. Now, Tola coaching is not just about 1 or 2, 3 people. No, it is far from that.
Okay.
The technical team should be what? Very rich. And that is what we saw. There is at least the results is what we saw. With this performance. For me, I don't think that we had a very
This
bad
is 89.3 FM.
where we're coming from. I think that we have a average performance, which I mean, based on the performance before this World Cup, I think that is a very good one for the Black Stars.
That's a very good one for the Blasters. Let us going quick one. Let's
He will not come.
oh,
Tona, he won't come.
we are begging him.
Tona, Carlos. Let's see.
Okay.
I don't see. He wouldn't come back again. Tona. Maybe you've not interpreted his message very well.
He can come and fix
It's
things.
not about coming to fix things.
Okay.
Are we ready to let him fix things?
Definitely. We should be ready.
Under which team would you see the GFA president all over the teams come? What do you have the coach? We have
Sports minister.
interference and all those things. The coach's job. What do you see Spanish FA president and all those things there?
I see them, but they are always in the
They are
stands.
not at the training grounds and all those. This is the interference. Tona, there's a lot to do beyond football. Like I said,
Okay.
the success should not only be built on
The pitch.
but beyond that.
Okay.
And he started. You see, like when we met on Saturday, I made something that one thing he has been able to do is that he has brought the love for Ghanaians and the Black Stars.
Okay.
It wasn't there.
No fire.
But now you could see that if there's a Black Star game, everybody is eager to watch the match. Even at 1:30 p.m. You see
AM.
about AM. About numerous of Ghanaians still awake at that time to watch. Look at our game against Panama. look at the number of people here that watch.
Okay.
If you go to Kumasi, Accra, various regions, they mounted giant screens. So now, what was the last time we witnessed this?
Very long time.
A very long time. It's because of the coach. Do you think if it was Otuado, we would walk from here to what is it?
Jubilee Park.
Jubilee Park to go and watch Ghana against Coach? No. But because of the coach, we had hope that even if you don't have the quality, but the coach who is standing at the touchline can do something, can change anything.
Okay.
And he started very well. He has been able to build that relationship with the fans and then the team, and it's becoming good. Though we didn't have the best players there, but we had some, confidence that we could have even gone to.
This is 89.3 FM.
But he has done well. So now,
Okay.
I don't think he will come back. But if he's able to come back, I think he will be the best person for the job. Because if he comes and there's something going on wrong, he will let the fans know. He will let Ghanaians know.
Okay.
I don't think GFA would even go for him with this statement.
Okay.
If they go, I don't think Carlos Queiroz is coming back.
All right. A lot of don't see Carlos Queiroz coming back. My name is Kumsi Matu coming tomorrow. Tomorrow same time 4:45. We live on the Fiila 9.3. So more fire to that Sir Robert, Austin, and Eja Foster for doing the executive producers of the show. We have from us Electric, Nazif, and my producer Godfred. Because Spark continues on Fiila 9.3. Tomorrow we'll be back again to continue. I'm out.